There we go. Stream finally caught up with what's on my screen. Hello, friends, adventurers, and anyone else who happens to drop in, and welcome to Salliekat Streams Avernum! This might be a somewhat shorter stream, and pretty definitely a sleepy stream. I like the idea of doing Monday night streams, partly because that fits in with my mom's schedule so she can watch, but plans and reality don't always match up. So I am apparently in Salliekat. And I don't always remember everything from one version of the game to another. Salliekat, beware, for death lies in and beyond. However, there's no doors in this one. And I cannot just walk through the walls. Unless perhaps I need to find a secret passage through one of the lava bits, but that doesn't feel right. Probably I need to go talk to Patrick or Roan or some combination of them. So yeah, that's something that's different between Exile and Avernum. Okay, where am I? How did I get here? Where do I want to go from here? I think I mostly came down to Salliekat just because I visited Erica pretty recently. It's a little hard to remember what all I have and have not done in Avernum when I do silly things like also do gimmicky speedruns of the original Exile. Okay, just checking that I haven't left a boat nearby. No. But I am somewhat nearby something that might prove useful if I want to go demon hunting. The Crypt of Drath. I guess I have to deal with this eventually. There's a large corroded bronze slab in the wall with a lot of writing on it. You don't understand the language. Hi, Leafy. Well, I don't have to unlock that door because there's a convenient hole in the wall right here. This one has a marble slab, and I've never seen writing like this. Well, I can pick the lock with just lockpicks. Can I speak to the ghost? Apparently not. I can only speak to him in the ancient language of violence. But also, I don't know if I showed off getting this on screen, but in addition to Smite, somewhere along the way I've picked up a Ghoulbane spear, which should be pretty good against undead. Yep, does extra damage to undead. Blessed Halberd does so much damage, though. And this coffin only contains a dress. Slowing doesn't bother me if I'm not in combat mode. Neener, neener. Ooh, I can swipe a few coins from this one. Speaking of the universal language of violence, I think I just heard my kitten thumping around somewhere. Theo, where are you? Okay, that's where you are. You're nearby. What are you doing, you little monster? Well, at least Theo and Garnet have gotten to a point where they mostly get along reasonably well. At least, Garnet tolerates him and... Oh, there you are. I should probably move that poster that he keeps rustling around on. Oh, that's a little more scary than just a ghost. That's an eye beast. But yeah, Theo and Garnet tolerate each other pretty well, and sometimes, they chase each other around a bit, which I'm pretty sure is more play than actual aggression. Oh no, snakes and zombies, how horrible. It is sometimes a little hard to see where all the enemies are and what type of enemy they are in these graphics. Mwahaha. Actually, how much gold do I have right now? Not that much. Okay, fine, I'll bring out the rest of my party. There's a large sarcophagus in the corner. Inside it, instead of human remains or dried fluids, you find a sheaf of vellum. Most of the sheets have faded with age, but you're able to make some sense of them. They were left by a band of soldiers from the surface world, who were in here hiding from a band of Salliekat. They were about to leave, not finding the undead that lurked in these crypts to be preferable. In their brief exploration of the crypt, they found, by magically deciphering the plaque at the entry, that it was built by or for someone named Drath. They also found a small marble key, which they decided to take with them. They wrote that they were about to leave to meet up with another group to the east. It says they were staying with a dragon named Motrax, and that they were taking the key with them. Let me see if I happened to pick up that key already. Brooches... Yes, I do have the stone key. Excellent. So I don't have to go backtracking all the way across Avernum. Save the game, because I think I remember this bridge. When you are halfway across the bridge, you can see that it is trapped. A long section is hinged, so that it can swing out from under you when you continue. There's no way to get across. Ah, no insta-death. Huh. I'm almost disappointed. A small silver plaque in the wall with tiny, intricate writing that I can't read. Bunch of rats and a vampire. A little more loot, a robe, and a cloak. And a stick. I guess the vampire had a nice big walking stick. The coffin, on the other hand, has another cloak and some pretty nice jewelry. which I should feel bad for taking. But it's the Crypt of Drath, so no, I'm going to loot for as much as I can carry. Now then, clearly this can't possibly be all of it. Okay, just an extra little skeleton chamber in here. There it is. Layout so far is very similar to Exile 1. Before you is a huge granite door with a marble keyhole set into its center. You place the stone key into the lock and turn it. With a light clicking noise, the door becomes unlocked. Just a few more undeads. I'm doing so much damage that it won't even proc the extra undead damage on some of these. Might have to go into combat mode just to get around all the summons. This is a grim mortuary, where bodies are processed and preserved, and possibly where they are then converted into undead. This facility shows unnerving signs of recent use. Also, I saw that bit of amber. I don't think there's anything on the bodies, or if there is, it's nothing special. But who could be in here? Making new undead servants. Perhaps that vampire had something to do with it. More ghastly ghoulies and a couple of imps. Where did you go? There you are. Maybe it was hiding behind a pillar. So far, this place is rather underwhelming. But that imp was either hiding behind a pillar or there's a wall that I can walk through in here. Yaha! Oh, great, living statues. Probably shouldn't be spending too many of my spell points right now. No, I don't want to target the statues with this spell. I want to target the imp. Hee 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 hee. things don't take fire damage. That's annoying. How about some smite? Smite, as usual, is underwhelming. Okay, now you're starting to annoy me. Problem solved. Cavewood wheel with a chain around it. And distant sounds of gate opening. Or closing, one of those. Can't be that distant, it's right here. Oh boy. So I think we're starting to get to one of the parts that makes me hate this place, which is my light doesn't last very long in the second and third levels. There's a marble obelisk here with what looks like a list of names. Oh, the spirit's already dead. The spirits are not very strong in this one. Slightly annoying, but not all that strong. I guess I've been getting used to the spirits and blades of Exile that generally take more than one shot of anything to kill. So, improperly buried fools or hapless adventurers? My bet is on the latter. Especially since it appears there are 4 of them, and I can easily believe that there's some combination of warrior, priest, archer, and mage. Yeah, my light is definitely fading a little faster than I would like. Although I do like just how many of the doors I've been able to open so far. Where did you come from? Maybe he was just hanging out in the back of the room. Ooh, energy potion. Definitely yoinking that. I will leave his favorite mug behind, though. Beautiful fur. Man, who gets buried with just garbage? Strength potion, not as exciting. Healing potion... okay, I guess. Magrat can't handle anymore. Apparently item stacking doesn't work properly if your inventory is full. No door here. Ha, secret door. And nothing worth taking. Alright. Oh, can't pick that one. Spell isn't powerful enough to affect this one. Oh. Well, now I kind of want to go and see if I can find level 3 unlocked doors and come back here. Because I don't see that there's any other good way in there. One of the walls at the end of this passage looks strange. It seems slightly insubstantial, as if you could almost look through it. I wonder if my cave lore stat is impacting any of these messages. Hi. Okay, kind of a lot of you then. So in the older games, some of the special dots in particular had checks that would check against your cave lore skill level, and you could get extra bits of food or items if you were able to notice anything special about the thing. If your cave lore wasn't high enough, it might say, like, you find a patch of mushrooms, but you have no idea what they are, so you leave them alone. In some of the later games, having good cave lore enables you to dig up item caches. My light keeps disappearing. Where are you even? Okay, you must be up in here somewhere. I've been there. Where were you? And I'll just let the rest of the summons sort themselves out. Okay, bunch of statues, but only one of them is living. Not anymore, it isn't. Oh no, more spirits, whatever shall I do? Mortar and pestle, papyrus, pen and ink. Ooh, mandrake. Right, with the too many items. Yes. I'm quite certain I don't need this one device. I've played through 1.5 Abaddon games. I keep getting stuck in the middle of 2 because I want to explore some of the rebel story paths, but I don't know, I keep getting annoyed at the choices required. Also, I just noticed there's a book here. Strange. At first the writing seemed to be in a completely unfamiliar script, but the more you look at it, the more it seems to make sense. Your brain realizes what's happening. It's a common sort of magical trap. It's a way of forcing intruders to cast a damaging spell. It doesn't matter. You're powerless to resist. As the book explodes into flames, burning you, something appears inside the protective runes. Well, that's slightly annoying. Ow. One thing I don't like as much about the Avernum games is mages basically only get one good single target damage spell, which is Bolt of Fire. And it's a good spell, but it's pretty useless against demons. It does make me wish I had more something like Ice Bolt, or even Poison. Okay, so demon in chamber number 1. What's in chamber number 2? Surprise! It's another demon! Oh, that's funny. My party reconfiguration put me right through a secret wall. With great effort, I manage to turn the wheel a few feet. I feel chains shifting and sliding through holes. Then the wheel gets stuck and I can't budge it. Interesting. Yeah, I would not have remembered about that being there. That's still a ledge I can't do anything with. Nobody has a lockpick. Oh dear. That sounds like something I should fix eventually. Party pathing of revealing. I like it. Okay. Well, that was a pain in the butt to get back out of. Anyway, I believe that Erica has given me the key word that I can use on the statues scattered around various towns in Avernum. Going to quickly duck into Blosk to see if I can confirm that. Once I remember where the statues even are. There's a few. I think the living statue usually looks a bit different. Where are you? Ha! This one's a bit of a pain in the butt. Among the rubble, you find a heavily cracked and battered statue. It's missing an arm and both legs. Its eyes are closed, and a stone tear runs down its face. Are you alive? It opens its eyes, makes a tiny whimpering noise, and closes them again. Can you speak? It stays silent. Divulge. It opens its eyes and whimpers. Look what's been done to me. Isn't it awful? It sighs. Before this horrible thing happened, I heard a man who called himself Eldon bragging that he stole a brooch and was going to sell it in Darman. But then... It pauses, then sobs. Look, if this happened to you, you'd forget things too. Well, that doesn't tell me what I immediately wanted, but that is very useful information. Also, we're right by Leaf, so... Let's sell off a few extra items. Also, I need to identify something. Harm charm. Oh, that sounds delightful. Makes you feel weak. Very weak. And also a crystal shield when I already have one, two. I have 2 crystal shields. How does that stack up against the blessed small shield? 1d6 plus 3. Esme, I think we just got you an upgrade. Cursed plate mail, cursed robe, and cursed chainmail. Okay, this mind crystal has Pathfinder on it. Since I already have Pathfinder in the party, I think I'm just going to sell this one. Okay, so lots of stuff. Alas, I cannot sell the cursed items. I might sell Smite, or I could just drop that off at the castle. And the recall crystal does indeed put me, I think, back at Fort Avernum. Oh, another thing I haven't identified. Gah. Steel halberd. Meh, I've got better. figure out who could use a blessed cloak. The answer is probably no one, because I've got blessed cloaks, but I've also got dragonskin cloaks on my mages. Ring of Discomfort is cursed, but I can at least sell it. Admittedly for 0 gold. Shield Ring is less worthwhile than the Armor Ring. Do not sell the Orb of Thralme. Historical Scroll I think can go to someone in the castle. Toadstools can go over to McGrath. Okay. Another exciting round of inventory management complete. Now, who else has a statue that I can talk to? One of you? Yes. A statue of some long-dead mayor of Darman stares down at you haughtily. Then suddenly it blinks. It seems to ignore you, until you say, "Divulge." It sighs and speaks. "Some bandits were talking back here, and I overheard them. They have a storehouse of stolen goods hidden somewhere in Darman. They also said something about getting to a secret boat to reach it. Anything else? They said that one of their number had been arrested, and that he had a valuable brooch. He might be in the jail. Anything else? No. Well, well. Now the jail's up here, but the door is locked, and I'm not sure we can do much about that. Nope. Oh, and the captain of the guard won't even talk to us. Phooey. Well, you may notice that Darman has an eastern entrance, a western entrance, and a northern entrance. And some rats. You found the trash heap of the city of Darman. Garbage is heaped up against this wall. There seem to be a few recent footprints in the refuse. Intriguing. So how's that for secret boat? And for some reason, the jail has direct water access. Talking to Eldon. A grimy man paces back and forth in his cell. Nice cell. Oh, you think so? Why don't you try one for a while? What were you imprisoned for? Look, I didn't steal anything, and I don't have to answer any of your questions, so bugger off. You have no evidence. Fine, rot in yourself for all we care. You still have to have some proof I stole something, but you never found any, did you? No. Bugger off. He lies down on his bunk, facing away from you. We aren't guards, honest. Why are you in here? That stupid brooch. Bertrand stole it, and I got the blame. But I don't got it, because that weasel Bertrand took it from me and hightailed it east. So go bother him, and leave me alone. Where might we find this Bertrand? I don't know. I keep saying that. I don't know. I think he said he was going to hide in Murtis, but I'm not sure. Okay? Leave me alone. Thank you for talking to me. Well, we'll add Murtis to the list of places to visit, or revisit. If I really wanted to, I could order food from the drive-up window here. Row up, load up, I don't know. That's a lot of blood over here. You have just found a trap. Fortunately, Githa's trap skill is still absurdly high. I have 144% chance of disarming it. Okay, unlock, please work. Well, that's rude. This tiny, well-guarded room seems to be some sort of hidden storehouse for stolen goods. Brigands must have stuck all this stuff back here. Well, remember, stealing is okay if you're stealing from pirates, or brigands, or other thieves. Ugh, fiery touch. I do not approve of that. As I swing my flaming sword, which has no effect on the fiery demon. Lots of bars of iron. Some furs, including one beautiful fur. Another trap. Bar of silver. A recall crystal. Bolts of life. What do you mean character has too many items? That's silly. Oh, character has at least one cursed item. Unidentified boots. Interesting. So apparently there's no heart finder in this game, which is a poisoned sword. But I think I can work around not having that. Since I'm right next to the castle, I should probably find a wizard. Hey there, Zach. Okay, wizards are going to be down in this direction. Maybe. There's one. Maybe we... Wait, you're adventurers. Maybe you will believe me when I speak of the threat that faces us all. Heaven knows nobody else does. Threat? There's a threat? Oh, yes, the threat. I've written all you need to know in my memoirs. They're around here somewhere. I forget where. Read them. You'll know some of what you need to know. Also, you can tell me the name of the evil creature who endangers us all. I forgot. Seems to be forgetting a lot of things. Do you mean Greyhoth? Yes, that was it. We imprisoned him, but there are signs he can strike out at us from his bottle. Someone needs to go there, open the bottle which holds him, and kill him. Otherwise, the threat will never end. Okay, cool. Do I need to go deal with Akranath before Salliekat, then? Let me check my keys again. I don't have a gold key, crud. It's just the treasury, though, isn't it? Huh. Well, I can dump off my historical scroll on you. And I'm probably not going to be fighting many more giants, so you folks can have Smite. Actually, maybe I should give Smite to Barga. I say this as if it makes any difference whatsoever. Actually been a little while since I've talked to King Micah. We've been to Fort Remote. We know who destroyed it. Some being named Greyhoth. Micah shakes his head. This is what I was afraid of. I wasn't sure why the fates brought you to me. Now I know. Greyhoth is a mighty demon. Once we imprisoned him. Now he's breaking free. You must kill him. If you do, you will be rewarded with all the wealth I have the power to give you. If nobody kills him, all of Avernum may be lost. I charge you with this holy quest. Best of luck to you. When humans first arrived in Avernum, Greyhoth was already here. He's a duke of the Dark Realms, but for reasons we never determined, he lived in our world. For Avernum to be ours, we had to fight him. An army of warriors and mages, led by Roan, the royal magician, Linda, Solberg, and most powerful of all, the incantatrix Erica. They, their apprentices, and our finest warriors did battle with the demons. We won and imprisoned Greyhoth. Where can we find this guy? Greyhoth is where we placed him, a magical prison in Salliekat, a hidden tower in the caves far to the west. His prison is flawed, though. He can summon demons to attack us, though he is trapped. To deal with Greyhoth, first find Salliekat. How can we get through Salliekat? Is it trapped? There are traps, and the entrance was barred. I have sent envoys to open the gates into Salliekat. They won't, however, be able to remove the traps. They were created by Erica, the incantatrix, and she never shared their secrets with us. You can get in, but then you will be on your own. Okay, so that's probably what I needed to do to actually be able to enter Salliekat. As opposed to Exile, where I can basically just go straight there, cast unlock doors, and go waltzing right in. Okay. Solberg no longer, or not Solberg, Patrick no longer has the strength to teach us any magic. key is hidden in a prison cell in the castle. Okay. Probably I've already gotten the passcode for that. The fort beckons anew. To re-enter the... I don't want to re-enter the tower, I want to leave. Thank you. Okay, if the gold key is in a prison cell and not this hidden corner, which is actually the castle treasury. Wait a sec. Sometimes the Avernum style maps are a little bit harder to read than the Exile ones, or the newer Avernum maps. Still need lockpicks. Yaha. You approach the barrier and say the words, "The fort beckons anew." It slowly fades away, revealing a narrow passage beyond. And a box. You open this dusty box, expecting some sort of marvelous treasure. All you find is a small gold key, wrapped in a single piece of rough cloth. I have many brooches and many keys. This key was kept in storage in the castle for many years, waiting for someone like you to recover it. I've done the things I need to do in the castle and Patrick's Tower. Now I can look for statues in Almeria. There we go, statue gallery. Hiya. I guess I like that I don't have to manually look at or try to speak with each statue until I find the one that's alive. Instead, I can just hit the talk button and see what pops up. This is a statue of a bold Avernum soldier, slain in battle against the Slith-Zerikai foe. It is also alive. You see its eyes move to follow you. Are you alive? Marginally. I wait here. That I cannot say, at least not to you. Divulge what you know. You are in luck. Beneath me, a pair of mages spent some time exchanging magical knowledge. Some of it was quite interesting. May I share some of it? Unlock doors level 3! Yes! The statue recites with great care and precision a long string of magical syllables. You struggle to memorize them. They're very complicated. When the statue is done, it closes its eyes. It has nothing more to say. Considerably more valuable than the statue in Exile 1, though. Haha. Also, I'm willing to bet that my reputation is high enough now. I don't have to worry about paying the toll at all. have the gold key. I can actually go into Akranath here. Oh, I forgot to buy lockpicks while I was in Almeria. Derf. Anyway, there's no statues in Murtis, but there is this guy. Bertrode, rather than Bertrand. His name is either Bertrode or Bertrand. Whatever. You speak with him once again. Fortunately, he remembers you, and that you don't mean him any harm. Do you have Eldon's brooch? He yelps in horror. It's mine, not Eldon's. Whatever he says, it's mine. He looks you over and smiles slyly. Although you could purchase it. Just 100 gold. You pay him the money, and he hands you a tiny, beautifully crafted amulet made of platinum. Thank you. I was tired of carrying that thing. It's done me no good. Now money, that's useful. Pleasure doing business with you. So now we have ivory, malachite, platinum, pearl, and chalcedony brooches. Ivory brooch was found in an old moldy box in the lair of Motrax the dragon. Malachite brooch was hidden in the lair of the giant, intelligent, friendly talking spiders. Platinum bought this brooch from a man in Murtis. He didn't know what it was for. It's a beautiful piece of workmanship. Pearl brooch, lovely silver brooch set with pearls, was found at the bottom of a terrifying undead-infested tunnel. Always feels icy cold. The chalcedony brooch was recovered from Pyrog's lair, only obtained with a great deal of difficulty and personal risk, given you have to kill a dragon to get it. All 5 brooches, oh yeah. Come to think of it, we're not that far from Silvar, or Kotra. Strange, you hear someone humming nearby, but the sound doesn't seem to be coming from any of the townsfolk. A hint that one of these statues is in fact alive. One of these things is not like the others. Do you have any information you'd like to divulge? Don't have anything to say. Haven't heard a thing. Nope, nope, nope. Sorry. It resumes its humming. Okay, now where might the statue in Kotra be? There it is. This is a statue of a bent old man. When you look at it closely, you see it is looking back at you. Do you have any advice for me? It smirks. I know something. There's this crystal cavern hidden nearby, with magical restorative powers. But someone vandalized it, and it awaits repair. I'm pretty sure I've already repaired that one. Also, I don't get the divulge option on this one. It's already told me what it knows, so whatever. Oh. Oh yeah, in Avernum, sometimes special things happen on special days on the calendar. Suncom 15 is high alignment. The energies of the earth are at their peak. Everyone celebrates wildly, and all melee attacks do double damage. Yep. Did restore Crystal Cave. Let's do some double damage on some lava bats. He. I don't think I get anything useful from the statue in Formalo, but I'm going to check anyway. Again, assuming I can remember where the statue in Formalo is. Don't tell me it's another one that's outside the city walls. Oh, it's in the corner. Greetings, master. I have little of use to say. The mayor had her necklace stolen. Yeah, we know about that. The town treasury is rich. There are magic fountains to the southeast, and magic spiders to the northwest. Oh, and someone said that Motrax knows about a stone key. Please forgive me for not knowing more. So there's a couple ways to figure out that Motrax can give you the stone key. Either finding the scroll in the Crypt of Drath, talking to the statue, or just following all of Motrax's dialogue choices. It does feel kind of nice sometimes not having to worry about food as I travel. Since we only use it when resting. Actually, have I dealt with the Kai Lord here, Adsakai? Indeed I have, because I have the Onyx Scepter. Okay, apparently I need safe travel at a higher level if I want to walk across lava. Orb time. Ceiling too low? Seriously? I don't even remember where I get higher level safe travel. Lightning spray or arcane blow? Well, in Exile, I know you can find a ruby helmet down this way. In Avernum, I'm not so sure. Ooh, one of those lizards got a real good roll on its damage. Oh, what? They're out of range. At the end of this passage, you find a gigantic nest of piled stones, created by the fire lizards over many years. The nest is made up mainly of all sorts of trash, most of which has corroded in the sulfurous air. One thing catches your attention, though: a large helmet on the ground near its base. It still has a skull inside of it. Delightful. Take the helmet, leave the skull. It's not a ruby helm, but it is a blessed steel helmet, which is sort of cool. Also, safe travel is lasting forever. Let's save the game before getting too far into the Shattered Fort. You are standing at the lowest point in a twisted, shattered landscape near a turbulent pool of lava. Looking up, you see an awesome sight. This huge cave once contained a huge fort, a mighty edifice of basalt. Then somehow it was shattered. Spires of ruined wall emerge from the smoldering volcanic rock below. Hideous pillars are barely visible through the soot. And once again, I am entering a demon-infested area without even getting Demon Slayer. Not that that's an actual problem just yet. Let me guess, you guys are hostile. Yep. Just a little bit of lava. Oh, right. Geetha has a few levels of Priest Spell, enough to do some basic heals. Very basic. I want to say that I boosted the intelligence enough of Geetha and Jay at least to have better chance of resisting things like charming and petrification. So what's in this conspicuous room? An altar of some sort. There are strange ancient runes carved into every surface of this ancient altar. You get a strange, twitchy feeling as you stare at them. Odd. I have saved recently. The runes form disturbing pictographs and twisted words in an unfamiliar alphabet. As you examine them, you find that the patterns are very hypnotic. Soon, all of you are bent close to the altar, staring at it. Eventually, you pull yourselves away. Looking at the carvings made you feel very ill for a moment, like you had vertigo. The feeling has passed, though, and now you feel energized. Yee! Significantly more spell points. And significantly more demon. I should see if I have any anti-demon ammunition. Okay, steel bolts and bolts of life, which damage undead but not demons. Have regular arrows, blessed arrows, and acid arrows. No arrows of life, or arrows of light, rather. Acid arrows are clearly something I should use on a boss. Rude. Great. Yeah, this dungeon is really annoying in basically every version of the game. Another conspicuous room blocked off by barriers. Turn the wheel! As far as I can tell, nothing happens. But I did see stairs up here. Recover a bit of my ammo. Oh, hi. I can barely see you folks against the floor. Just a regular skull. Another demon. Ooh, you've got skeletons around you, which means I can use the good spell, Repel Spirit. I could use it anyway, but I like using it when I can get more than one target on it. Please die. Thank you. I thought I saw a spirit nearby. Oh, I can only hit one of those. Me. Archery and spells make this a little more tolerable. He's high garnet. Okay, and the imp is gone from my field of vision. Nope, there it is. Well, there's an imp anyway. Hello. Just bones. Oh goody, another demon on a ledge. Although, they can cast spells, but they can't do melee on me either with this arrangement. Which is kind of nice, because it means they waste more of their turns doing summons, and less using their fiery claws on me. And they have spells, but they're not very good spells. And I show goblins the proper amount of respect. Basically none. Can I get through here? I can once I dismantle the barriers. Unidentified spear. Okay then. Oh, I see, there's a bunch of undeads here. I could be using Arcane Blow, but honestly, even against these mid-tier demons, it feels pretty overkill. Steel javelin. No one really uses javelins. At least not in my party. No, let's not jump off the ledges right now. Okay, there might be some stuff in the middle here that I need to come back to. Wait, where am I supposed to go from here? I hate this place. Yeah, the Shattered Fort is an area where Jeff is really using the ability to have different elevations to his advantage and our frustration. Okay, there's something I'm missing. But what? Seriously. Okay, final and highest corner. Using my backup save slot for this one. Oh, what the heck? I know I can get in here somehow. It has been far too many years since I played this version of the game to know exactly how, though. Okay, more wandering about we shall do. Right. Later, Leafy. Have good snacks. Okay, that is some powerful lava there. Aha! You start to turn the wheel only to find that the mechanism is blocked by a small gold padlock. Fortunately, you have the key. You turn the wheel around 3 times. As it turns, you hear the sound of stone scraping against stone to the west. As you leave, the padlock springs back onto the wheel, under its own power, and locks itself. Hi there, Nathan. So that did something. Ah, there's the secret door. And there's a rune that I don't know if it does anything at all. you are. How did you get over there? Ugh, Mung demons. Well, time for hasting, everybody. Mung demon's finally dead. And the rest of you. Okay, so I am here and I want to be someplace. Not more of you. That's not good. My main priest is dumbfounded. That's rather not good. And I don't think any of my magical artifacts actually cure dumbfounding. Ugh. Time for the overpowered spell, then. I said overpowered. That did crap damage to the Mung demon. Pretty good damage to the white, though. Yeah, you can dumbfound Githa and Jay all you want. I do not care. Running quite low on energy. Did the acid do anything? I don't think it did. Well, if I've been dumbfounded, then, the rest of this dungeon might be kind of difficult. There is at last a door. With no obvious enemies just yet. And also no obvious stairs down. Oh, wait, dumbfounding wears off in this one? Thank goodness. I mean, I'm also really low on spell points, and I think a lot of that is from getting stared at by Mung demons. But I can fix that. So I will save again. And I will do a little preliminary hasting. You approach what appears to be a pillar. When you get close, however, you see what it really is. It's a human being, a man, dressed in rags, frozen in stasis, covered with soot. You aren't sure whether he was dead or not when he was frozen. There is a gold medallion hanging around his neck. It has the sun symbol of the royalty of Avernum on it, instead of the seal of the Empire for some strange reason. Anyway, we need it. When you get closer, you see the medallion is in fact a royal seal. Great writing, Jeff. With a good hard pull, you free it from the body. As you pocket it, you hear a buzzing noise coming from all around you. Your action has summoned something. Hi. And it summoned stairs to allow me to get out of here. Honestly, if they're resistant to magic, then lightning isn't going to do much more than arcane blow. Well, phooey. Maybe I try this one again. I wonder if the Scroll of Paralysis will work on a demon. Let's try. No, it does not. Actually... do want to get my haste on before I go into combat mode. And maybe a little preliminary shielding. You're all still alive. That is a problem. Esme is dumbfounded. That is slightly a problem. Esme also has some rods of major call, though. Okay, one down. Regular demon, Mung demon, Mung demon. That's dumbfounded, so that she can't cast anything. Though she can at least pass some healing potions around. No, my bat friends! Welp. Are the bats even smart enough to move around and get out of here? I feel like that might have been a better strategy if I'd managed to summon something with ranged attacks. Oy. What I can also do is hand haste potions over to my fighters. Hi again, Garnet. Yes. Yes, you are a good squeaky kitty. Okay, slowly wearing them down. Yeah, my rabid bats are doing absolutely nothing here. I think that's all the Mung Demons. Okay, finally. And everyone else is a summon that should eventually go away on their own. Here we go. Yeah, that was a nasty fight. A gold ring. What a nice consolation prize. But it is nice to actually use some of my hoarded potions, I guess. Thanks for the fanfare, Mariah Harlander. I want to get out, but I also don't want to take a lot of unnecessary damage. Screw it. Well, this seems like a good spot for a nap, don't you think? Surprisingly, it is. Still dumbfounded. Why am I still dumbfounded? And yes, there is another set of secret passages on this side. With no lizards. Can I orb from here? Just enough, yes. There we go. I believe you're one to talk to if I want supplies. Okay, that's archery supplies. I mentioned I'm an adventurer and I can get some lockpicks. Not very good lockpicks, but still, lockpicks. Goodness, how much loot do I have? Unfortunately, I don't remember where I can buy fine or magic lockpicks in this game. Not that it will come up all that much now that I have unlocked doors level 3. Woohoo! Okay, so let's see what mystery stuff I've got. Obsidian spear, that sounds cool. It's a one-handed weapon that does lots of damage for being a one-hander. Might hang on to that. Ring of Grief also makes you feel very weak. I really have too many spears. Also, maybe I should have a drink after that awful demon fight. Oh right, those boots that I found in Darman. Dancing boots! Oh. Oh, that's delightful. Makes you feel very weak and have a 4% attack penalty in combat. And at least in Exile 2, dancing boots would occasionally make you waste a turn dancing. I don't know if they do the same in Avernum because I never put them on. round of Almeria Yellow. And now I have the drunk status effect. Githa ingests a strong dose of alcohol. I'm pretty sure that being drunk is basically like being cursed and makes you worse at combat. I've yet to actually try that in combat because I haven't been quite that foolish. And this could have been a shorter stream, but no, I would like to get the Crypt of Drath over with. What? How dare you things respawn? Maybe I don't need fine lockpicks when I have epic level tool use skill anyway. Turn the wheel. Can't explore up there right now. Oh no, darkness. Oh, my reward is a vampire. Why do you enemy spellcasters insist on summoning every other round? Case in point. Eat fire. And you are guarding absolutely nothing in the sarcophagus. However, I see a tiny bit of wall on the map, suggesting there's a secret room. A trap. And a mind crystal. Okay. Fair point, Nathan. That was every round, not every other round. Oh, look, a dead body. This body has been here for many years. Its tattered armor shows the sun insignia of the Empire Army. Wait, is the sun insignia for the Empire or Avernum? Make up your mind, Jeff. You don't find any treasure on the corpse, but you do find the remnants of a diary. You're able to understand a few words. Luck. Demon Slayer is lost. It broke into 3 pieces, when we could use it most. A ghoul carried the tip below. It is lost in this crypt. We are taking the other 2 pieces west, in the hope. That is all you can understand. Also, the other 2 pieces are east from here, not west. Whatever. Stairs up. Okay. That's not actually where I want to go right now. You should be open. Why are you not open? Maybe they were dumbfounded, okay. I mean, considering how they ended up, the first expedition was not nearly as smart or well prepared as they thought they were. Wheel is still stuck. I swear you were open last time. I traveled west for 3 deeks and then north. I hate this dungeon so much. Maybe this is meant to be an exit only, and if I try going down here, it thwarts me. Okay, so that's closed. And now you are open. Okay. It doesn't have to make total sense to me, just enough that I can get through it. Oh, hi ghouls. Nothing in that corner. This iron gate is enormous. You try to lift it, but you have nowhere near the strength. It's been opened a few inches, but not far enough for you to slide under it. On the other side, you can see a stairway leading down into the shadows. Okay, need more light. Because rocks don't show up on my map. There is something in this corner. I don't remember if it's actually useful. It might be. And this wheel also gets stuck. I guess this little corridor is just to hold undeads. energy elixir. I like that. And healing elixirs, also pretty good. Down into the darkness we go. And unfortunately for me, the darkness stays dark. I'm curious, does Farsight do anything? Actually, it does. This is still a little better than Exile Escape from the Pit, where I had no map for this level. Well, that's annoying. How come the imps can see and I can't? Resifrez and Dark Vision something or other. Oh yes, hit the rat. Well, I don't know about Magic Missile, but yeah, when Exile disables your map, even Magic Map doesn't actually do anything. Harumph. Magic barriers that I have to dispel one at a time. Oh, were those even blocking anything? Eh, that's on me for not remembering that trick. Hello? And we are somewhere else. Where apparently the water is glowing? And there's portals on all four sides. Well, actually no, portals on 3 sides, not the south side. Oh, that does absolutely nothing. So I vaguely remember the trick from Exile Escape from the Pit. What about Avernum? Oh no. See, this one gives me the map, so I can at least tell when I've been put someplace different. Thank you for revealing your location. Okay, so north takes me someplace. That's another new one. Okay, thought I saw some weird map artifacting, but it's not actually giving me anything. Oh! The floor glows blue briefly and can freeze me. I didn't realize that's what was happening. I thought that was water. Okay, so which direction do I want here? I have no idea. I think that was it. The passageway becomes icy cold. You start to feel numb. As you progress, you start to hear a soft voice in your head. It says simply, "Closer, closer, closer, closer." The voice says it again and again. Is this close enough yet? So we've got a few standard undeads and also a lich. And a vengeful shade, which is a bit tougher than the standard. Do I want to divine warrior anyone right now? Oh, I've still got someone over here. Her. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Drath, the master of this crypt, has finally been laid to rest. You immediately feel warmer, and the darkness feels less oppressive. You would feel a sense of triumph, but for the fact that you still need to escape from this horrible place. And I need to give that back. I will say that the battle against Drath feels a lot more satisfying in the remake of Avernum Escape from the Pit. So Drath had a lot of fancy jewelry and a plain old cloak. Fanfare! But yes, I do need to figure out how to actually get out of here. And I believe I've just discovered it. I'm almost a little sad I didn't even get to use my Ghoulbane spear against Drath himself. Yeah, it keeps looking like there's more stuff, but I guess not. In the middle of this dark, eerie cavern, near a subterranean lake, you find the Lich's sarcophagus. Inside, you find several thick sheets of rotten cloth. The creature wrapped itself in them when it retired here to recharge. Beneath the scraps of grey cloth, you find an odd trophy, the tip of a sword. It's a shard of metal, 6 inches long, and the steel is bright and shiny. And now we have the pommel, blade, and tip of Demon Slayer. But how do we put them back together? Of course, the tip of a sword by itself is not a useful weapon. One more portal. And we're back in the entry chamber. I feel like there's a way to get up here somehow, but I do not remember what it is. Also, I don't really care right now. I just want to leave this cursed place. And back into the relatively well-lit underworld. So, we got us a demon slayer. And I think I'm going to switch back to another pole arm. I know, right? Navigating some of the crypt was annoying as always, but I managed to remember just enough, and also Jeff, I guess, changed around a bit of the design or gave me the map, which made things a bit easier. And the Lich battle was kind of underwhelming. I guess Magrat is quite powerful with her anti-undead spells now. So to get Demon Slayer reforged, we need to go find Bautel in Fort Draco. I think I'm going to do that and then call it a night, because it's getting a bit late where I am. Yeah, vampires are strong enough to be sort of interesting, but not enough to be a real threat to me. I might be getting on towards having a endgame level party here. Are you a spider? Yes, you are friendly spiders. You meet a large group of giant spiders. You prepare to defend yourselves. However, instead of building webs or attacking you as expected, they are running around, playing and chatting in high-pitched voices. When they see you, they jump in surprise, yelp, calm down, and move away to resume what they were doing. The main thing you can determine about them is that they are very silly. Eventually, they regain their composure and wander off. Yay. Some people might find them annoying, but I love the giant, intelligent, friendly talking spiders. Truly, they are gifts. Oh, right, another thing about Fort Draco. There actually is someone here who will take my Spider Queen fangs. Let's see, how do I get there? So, Philia here knows a fair bit about alchemy. You look like an alchemist. I found these huge spider fangs. Are you interested? Her eyes get wide. Those are the most marvelous spider fangs I've ever seen. May I buy them from you? I'll give you a great reward. They're wonderful. Heck yes, you can make far better use of them than I can. Philia takes the fangs reverently, her hostile expression momentarily gone. These must be from the Spider Queen. Well, a Spider Queen. Amazing, powerful magic. You deserve a comparable reward. Look inside the box in my chambers. It contains a suit of armor so light it can even be used by wizards. Take it, and the money as well. They're yours. Good luck to you. Leather armor, which is probably going to go on Esme. And hi, Bautel, we've got a job for you. So what would tax your skill? Nothing I've found yet. Sometimes I wish I could get a real challenge. I have a sword here that needs some repair. There's my fanfare. Bautel grins. At last, a challenge worthy of my skills. He carefully takes the pieces of Demon Slayer from you and sets to work. Hours pass. He gets his forge hotter than you'd have thought possible, and clouds of sparks fly from his anvil. At last, the work is done. A tear rolls down his cheek as he hands you the gleaming blade. That was marvelous. My doubts are gone. Now I know that I am truly a great smith. The mighty blade Demon Slayer is yours. Now I must go rest. What sort of things would challenge you? I could repair any weapon you brought me, but I wish someone would bring a really powerful magical weapon to restore. Yes. Oh. My reputation is 38. I am now beloved. And Demon Slayer went to Githa, but it's not identified. Nuts. I think the closest sage is in Fort Dovno. I'll just take the boat back to Blosk area. Talk to Leith again and see what goodies I've got. Demon Slayer does pretty good damage and also has some sort of strange mysterious ability you can't quite figure out what it is. A greatsword is a mighty metal weapon created to deal massive blows. It's so heavy it can only be wielded using 2 hands. It is the most damaging variety of sword. So whereas the flaming sword does 2 to 20 plus 3, plus flaming, Demon Slayer does 2 to 26 plus 3, plus demon slaying. Shadow leather. 1 to 4, 1 to 4. Is that all? No, it wasn't shadow leather that I had before. It was the, I think it was some sort of thief or assassin leather. That is honestly not that impressive. I think the drakeskin armor at least gives me some fire resistance. Ooh, the mind crystal on the other hand will give me gymnastics. Nice, I haven't gotten that skill yet. Nimbleness in combat is a great advantage. This skill makes you a leaping, spinning, fighting machine. Gymnastics skill makes you harder to hit and helps you act faster in combat. Very nice. Not quite sure who I want to give that to. Probably either Githa or Jay. And if nothing else, I can sell off my excess jewelry. I could sell Demon Slayer and it would not ruin the game, but I would really rather not. Okay. Well, I may have some inventory rearranging to do. But for now, I am going to say goodnight, and thank you everyone for tuning in. Alright, folks. Good night, and see you next week, perhaps. Have a good one, everybody.